Guys, Mr.Pokke here, back with another video, and today we are finally going through my very first Reverse 1999 review after what has been almost 2 months ever since the game launched back in late October.
Hey guys, Mr.Pokke here. We are actually going to be taking a look at a game that I've played I think more than 1 year ago back, and this is going to be Reverse 1999, right? This is a super classic OG throwback. Way back in the days, I've been playing on the game on release day 1.
Hey guys, Mr.Pokke here.
So I've been playing this game from day 1. So on launch itself, rewrote, got ourselves, the Russian girl, very good, and all the way through the 2 fairy collaborations. So it's actually Collab. So that was around the time from roughly literally 1 year plus ago. And now today, I recently just hopped back on to take a look at their collaboration event featuring Assassin's Creed. Full transparency, I have literally never ever played a single game from the Assassin's Creed franchise, so I was going this like completely blind. I have no idea who is the main guy. I have no idea who is Isa, the Da Vinci. Okay, technically I know who is Da Vinci, but I'm not from the Assassin's Creed series, the music and everything. So it was purely from like a brand new perspective, going into like almost like my first experience with the Assassin's Creed franchise, and then as well as the overall gameplay for how Reverse 1999 has changed, I would say, from today as of recently compared to 1 year plus ago, right? So let's just jump straight into the content today. So first things first, this is probably one of the best times to actually log in and play Reverse 1999, because not only do we have the collaboration with Assassin's Creed, the Ezio Auditory, he is apparently a tier 0 DPS. Where is that lag? This guy's name is literally Dick. So essentially how his kit functions is a little bit similar to like a counter-ish playstyle, where after the enemy hits not just Ezio but anyone on your team, he's gonna counter-attack for absolutely insane single target burst damage. And then from what I've been understanding from Reverse 1999 is that follow-up attacks are usually like the meta now. So after your character takes a turn with like one of their cards or one of their abilities, you kind of want your entire team to synergize and follow-up attacks simultaneously after every single hit, which is why the DPS called Lucy, she was absolutely insane, and I had such a great time playing with her, as well as the fact that generally this entire team comp just works very nicely with Ezio. And on top of these things is that the Reverse 1999 anniversary is actually going to be coming up very soon, which means that not only are you going to be able to pull for essentially a top tier DPS. Okay, chat, we were about to get 100 pulls, and because you want to get to 100 pulls to exchange for the dupes, right? You would have went for 100 pulls anyway. Can I get an injection of $100? Bro, that's a great question, Pound Up. That's a great question. Oh! Okay, I think this is the one. Oh, this is the one, right? Oh, this is the one, this one. Oh, this is the one. Oh, yeah, oh, that's the one. Oh, yeah, there we go. Okay, I see the triangles. I see. Yo, welcome, Pound Up. You are absolutely welcome. Oh my god, and there it is. The man of the hour himself. Star. Ooh. On top of that, after the event ends, right, after the collaboration ends, it is gonna have even more like new players benefits, new players rewards, because of the anniversary that's gonna be coming up following after. So if you're thinking about downloading Reverse 1999, then this is pretty much gonna be the place to go. Then I'm just gonna be talking about roughly how this game has actually changed as of today compared to like last time, right? So all the way back from the start, I remember distinctively is that your playstyle is a little bit more restrictive, because you essentially had a very limited roster. I remember it was out there Centurion, 2 Fairy, Mr.Pokke, sort of just like burst DPS down. But nowadays in Reverse 999, the amount of like variety they're gonna be slamming for teams is absolutely insane. There's so many different sort of team comps nowadays. A lot of multiple units in the top tier category, and what used to be like a lot of things that I have not seen. So for example, Flutter Page, the entire effect for Flutter Page is absolutely insanely busted. She might as well just be one of the best support cards in the entire game. So the overall depth for Reverse 1999 has definitely improved by a lot over the past 1 year, right? Low detection, medium detection, high detection. I would love to pretend I know what I'm doing, but I don't think I'm too smart to do that.
Of course I do.
And then aside from that, they also increase a lot of quality of life improvements. So for example, they actually go ahead and do this brand new mechanic which rebuffs the older units in Reverse 1999. So in case after 1 year plus, some of the creators are not going to be performing too well, they actually go ahead and buff the older units to make them even stronger going forward into the future. I'm not exactly sure which one of these units are actually going to be buffed, but it's always a very heartening thing to see the the devs making sure the old units from the game itself doesn't get too power crap going forward into the future, especially when the library of units we have in Reverse 99 is absolutely massive, right? And another thing I kind of noticed is after playing for a while is that the dupes in this game, so all of the different imprints, it is very minimal impact, to the point where as long as you just get a single copy of a unit, you are pretty much good to go, right? And I think this has been also the case in the start of the game. So Reverse 999 is a game that really doesn't require too much of an uptime or even like monetary investments to go like all the way through multiple copies, 5 copies just for the highest burst damage possible, because at the end of the day, this end game itself, Reverse 999, it is a lot more accessible, and there are a lot of different ways that you can use the different team comps to go ahead and tackle them, right? And speaking of the end game, they also upgraded a brand new end game environment which is a little bit more AoE based compared to the last time where there was only a single endgame mode, right? So for example, this brand new endgame is a little bit similar, where you really want to focus on characters that can deal area of effect damage, because it's like an infinite wave, right? You have infinite mob summoning, and then the more mobs you destroy, the more HP you're actually going to be dealing to the main boss, right? So this is where it's sort of like a demand and supply kind of thing. Because of this brand new endgame content, what units used to be not doing too good back in those days, because there was no such demand for these kind of endgame content, could probably do a lot better in this kind of AoE based endgame content, right? So all of the previous AoE effect DPSs, they are going to be performing exceptionally well. So there's way more team building options for players to invest in different units so that they can always have a use within this game itself. And then if you are going to be coming to this game, especially if you're brand new, they also made it a lot easier when it comes to team building, as well as even upgrading your units compared to last time. So for example, the relic system for Reverse 999, this has been the same since day one. There's absolutely zero RNG. So as long as you get the materials to upgrade the relic segments, which is a little bit like a jigsaw puzzle piece, essentially you're gonna make sure every single one of your units is gonna be roughly the same quality compared to other players, right? So you don't really need to grind hours and hours and thousands of stamina just for the perfect build for your units, because essentially everybody is gonna be around the same. I would say most players will probably stop at around level 10. If you want to go beyond level 10 for that, it's gonna be a little bit more expensive, but if you really want to love your waifus as bundles, then definitely gonna be going for it. And speaking of waifu as bundles, the amount of skins that Reverse 999 has offered since from 1 year ago has been absolutely astounding. I've seen so many of the different skins, absolutely insane top tier quality. Wow, bro, this game looks so great. So this is the battle pass, right? Interesting. How much did that skin cost, by the way? Villa with this thing. Anronala. She is like a lizard girl. Oh, she's like a snake girl. That is a whole ass bakery, bruh. That is definitely a whole. Wait, why she gets tangled up over here? Oh my god, bruh. Oh my god, I remember this like it was yesterday. Like, it's so tight, and her sweat is like, like low-key, high-key, starting like drip down, all that kind of stuff. Whether it be the L2D, the actual chibi model in-game, as well as don't even get me started on their ultimate animations. I think this is probably one of like the biggest changes I've seen coming last time. Their actual ultimate animations for the game itself, back to, for example, I think one of the coolest ultimate animations I've seen last time was the Tooth Fairy. Nowadays, we have unit ultimates such as, for example, Lucy. I think Lucy's ultimate is absolutely ridiculous, and they also have a lot of different limited units that also have absolutely insane animation ultimates. I just cannot stress enough how much better looking this game actually looks as a whole with regards to all of the different units, as well as generally the way they are going to be playing. Then since we are going to be on the topics of graphics, during my time while I was playing the collaboration event, this collaboration event, from the music, the atmosphere, the plot, the different, shock factors, I even got a little bit of a jump scare in a couple of moments, don't want to spoil it for you guys, but it is very, very, very well done for a collaboration story, right? Me personally, I don't really know what is the lore behind Assassin's Creed, but I can sort of understand the way like how Aizo's backstory is, right? How his family and all that kind of stuff, and eventually it ties back into Reverse 1999 itself, whereas we are going to be traveling alongside with Apple, and eventually there was like the sleeping gas, Da Vinci's and all the kind of stuff. We're going to be cooking up together as a whole, and then eventually we have different storylines, the villains and everything, and oh my god, the amount of artwork they're going to be doing. So they have a couple of like puzzle pieces here and there. You can see they really have really high quality 2D art for almost every single one of the scenes within the event collaboration story. And then aside from the actual story itself, if you don't really want to talk about it, you can actually just press the skip button and just go through everything. There are a lot of event rewards within the story, getting a lot of free pools, and then eventually all this will help players prepare themselves a lot better for the upcoming anniversary that's going to be happening afterwards. And on top of that, this is the current banner, which is going to be Ezio. I think there's also a part 2 banner after this guy happens, which means there are going to be 2 different collaborate units. So if you guys want to be starting right now, get a little bit more of the new player pools, because new players have a lot of free materials, especially when you just log into the game. You are probably going to be able to secure both of the collaboration units and then still prepare yourself amply for the upcoming anniversary event. With Ezio himself, with regards to the collaboration, he also have this brand new unique weapon upgrade system, which you can equip 2 different types of weapons based on what you like, as long as you unlock his inside level 3, and it also unlocks different abilities for him in combat. So whatever kind of weapons you're going to be giving him, he's going to gain different abilities. We can basically increase the amount of that we're going to be playing Ezio with, especially if we're going to be using him with a lot of the different units that they currently have in Reverse 1999. I think out of the 2 competitions that I personally played throughout this story, it was basically between Lucy, because Lucy is an absolute powerhouse, or as well, if you guys want to play the DOT team call, you also have access to units such as Sotheby, which is also going to be playing a prominent part within the Reverse 1999 event collaboration. With that, we pretty much come to the end of today's content. I think this is legitimately one of, if not the best time to get back into Reverse 1999, and if you guys are interested in playing this game, check out the link down in the description as well as the comments below. And once again, thank you so much Reverse 1999 for sponsoring today's content. With that, we've come to the end. Word of the day is gonna be Robot, because holy shit, that skin is absolutely insane. Join Twitch, join Discord, join our Patreon. Use code for 10% off gamers. All the best for our gacha pools. I'll see you guys next time. Take care.